Welcome back to another episode of This Should Bother You with Pateka and
Sahar
and Kutloano. We have Miss Lovely Wano on the deck.
Yay! So happy to be here on This Should Bother You.
Woo!
My favorite podcast.
Thank you for joining us. Well, you guys are going to get to know her a little bit later, but just to, welcome us into the show, what's been bothering you this week, darling?
I'm going first.
Yes.
Okay. My friend and I were talking about the lottery, the birth lottery.
Birth lottery?
Yes.
Not visa lottery. When you say lottery, I thought visa.
The birth lottery.
What's the birth lottery?
Being born into a country is or is not at war. Being born into a family that is or is not going through struggles of addiction or has a history of gender-based violence in the family, just like your lottery, the good things that you get and the bad things that you get simply by being born, maybe a woman born in South Africa, or a child born this year in Sudan, or a person born in Switzerland living nice, or Monaco, just by birth. That's been bothering me because it's there's nothing.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
It's literally not their fault that they were born in the middle of Congo at this time when everyone was trying to mine and there.
And maybe years and years ago it was in a better state and more peace, and people who were born in that time had a better lottery when it comes to maybe the war zone, but maybe legally they weren't allowed to do certain things because they're a certain race or certain gender in that time. So it's just been bothering me how it feels unfair.
Yeah.
It feels really unfair.
I've been seeing a couple of videos about that, especially because I think sometimes when you're born in more privileged circumstances, people think that they don't have to think about others. You know what I mean? They're when you ask certain people, even maybe here about certain issues, they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I don't do politics. I don't do, and it's
Everyone does politics.
Politics will do you. Let me tell you something. You don't want to do politics. Politics will do you.
I think that brings up something. It's just I was speaking to one of my friends who's Middle Eastern, and she was saying your existence is inherently political, as a minority.
100%.
So
100%.
it's everyone's responsibility to pay attention to politics because that's part of people's existence, whether you like it or not.
Especially when you think of what you're bringing up about the fact that so much randomness and luck comes into the fact that you were born in more privileged circumstances than someone else. Someone could have the exact same cultural and ethnic background as you, but you were born into this more well-off family than they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, very valid. Yeah. And it feels super unfair because
it feels unfair. Seeing some people that I'm you literally are my age. You look like me, basically. You were just born in this country. Right now, I'm really thinking of Sudan. It's really on my mind.
Yeah.
And you're just going through a lot right now. Hell.
Actual hell.
And really, I'm here in America. A lot of the reason is because my life was set up in a way that gave me the privileges to, make it to this point in my life.
Yeah.
Where I can just focus on building my life and not on survival.
Crazy.
It's just crazy.
That's insane, dude.
What about you guys? What's bothering you?
Do you want to go next?
Mine's less serious.
Mine's also less
I
serious.
know, I just started so serious. Okay.
It's okay. No, we love the serious conversations.
Yes,
and
it's necessary.
It's very necessary, and thank you for bringing it up. And I think we've all been probably seeing it. I mean, our FYPs to some degree are synced.
Yeah.
There's just too much going on. There's too much heavy-hearted stuff happening in the world, and we have no choice but to care and to speak up because that's quite literally the least we can do. It is the least we could do.
Is it getting worse because we're not necessarily the world is getting worse? We're just more awake and old enough. Or is it actually getting worse?
I don't think it's getting worse. I think it's getting more visible.
Oh, that is so true.
I think we just know and we see it now.
It's getting visible as well, but sometimes I wonder if countries or crimes and stuff take advantage when people are focused on another topic. I always wonder about that. Obviously, we're all focusing on Palestine and stuff for a minute, and then whilst we're focused on Palestine, things got extremely obviously it was bad in Sudan, and now it's getting way worse and stuff. So it's just how in my head I was thinking, how people take advantage of situations because there's so much going on in the world. But like, oh, they're focused on that, we can do this here. You know what I mean? Like, I always think about that stuff as well. But it makes me overwhelmed because I'm like, how do we make sure we focus
on all of them at the same time?
But it's necessary. You just have to learn how to manage it, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an interesting thing to think about. Like, are they increasing the amount of atrocities that are happening based on how much attention they feel like people are paying to them?
Because people are focused on that right now, which everyone should be focused on a lot of things, like especially with Palestine. But in my head, I'm just like, oh, this has happened in this part of the world. They're not thinking about it, so let's do a madness here.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I think they were probably always doing terrible things in all of these
100%.
regions. It's just a matter of luck, like in their favor as to whether or not we're paying attention. Because a lot of the trends as far as like what people pay attention to on social media goes by people with bigger platforms and what are they choosing to platform more than other things, you know what I mean?
100%.
So as soon as you have people with the millions of viewers paying attention to them speaking about Congo, then that's what more people are going to be paying attention to. As soon as you have people in Palestine, and even like, I don't want to put that burden of responsibility on only people with bigger platforms, but that's just how our like social media goes, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's a thing of like, I don't know. I don't think dictators are betting on our attention spans in order for them to do what they want to do. I feel like they're going to do what they want to do regardless. And God help us if we're not paying attention. God help us if we're not trying to raise more awareness and bring focus to it. You know? So what's been bothering me this week? Guys, you see this country we live in, right? They have a very unique medical care system. I started a new job like 3 months ago, and typically in the US, your medical aid is associated with your place of employment. A lot of jobs will like sponsor your medical aid, or I don't know, they have medical aid plans that cover their employees. Cool. You get a new plan, you need a new primary care physician, because if you need to see any sort of specialist, anything, even like a gynae, you can't necessarily go to them without getting a referral from your primary care physician. So you always have to have a primary care physician. But if you get new medical aid, you need a new primary care physician, because a lot of the times certain doctors are only like, they only accept certain medical aids. You know, it's not like, I feel like in South Africa, you either accept medical aid or you don't. You don't have doctors that accept some and not others. Like most doctors, they either do take it or they don't. And even if they don't accept medical aid, you can pay cash and then claim back from your medical aid. Like if you're covered by like CAMAF and your appointment was 1,500 rands, you take your receipt to CAMAF and CAMAF will reimburse you regardless of who you saw. Like there's no emphasis on this like in-network versus out-of-network thing. Here it is the be-all end-all of like the medical care system is who's in-network, like which specialists, which doctors, etc. are in-network, which ones are out-of-network. Anyways, with all that context, I was trying to book a doctor's appointment and I was fighting for my life. My medical aid care, like they have a website where you can search for doctors, right? So I'm like, let me search, look at reviews of doctors. Guys, I made a short list after going through pages and pages. I made a short list of, let's say, 4 doctors. I called all of them. 3 out of the 4 aren't even primary care physicians. They're like, oh, she's a hand specialist. Oh, she's a radiologist. I'm like, why don't you update this information? And they're like, sorry, ma'am, we can't help you. And then I called my medical aid itself to be like, okay, clearly your guys' website is out of date. Hello, like recommend me some doctors. This lady recommends me some doctors, and then she's like, and then I'm like, can you call to verify that they're still primary care physicians? She gets back to me, she's like, they didn't answer. I'm like, okay, can you call them tomorrow morning when they open again? She's like, I have meetings tomorrow. I'm sorry. And then I was like, okay, can I expect your call by like the afternoon? She's like, I can't promise. She never called me back. I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I just Googled. I went straight up to Google. I left my medical aid care's website, and I was like, primary care physicians who accept this medical aid in Los Angeles. And then I again went through pages and pages, called 3 people, and my top choice was able to book an appointment.
At least you're not talking to an AI, because sometimes that happens. Just service, reception, admin, service.
The service industry has just...
That's how they kill you.
That has.
Even my last doctor's appointment, just have a health.
Like I'm begging. I'm actually begging. I'm begging for me to come get a service from you that you're going to be paid for. I'm begging.
It's a lot.
So anyways, that's what's been bothering me this week. What's been bothering you this week, darling?
Mine is actually less serious than that, but guys, I'm so embarrassed. I'm what's been bothering is myself.
What did you do?
Yesterday morning, I was going to set. I was doing a job. So next to me in my parking lot, there's this man who parks there, and me and Pateka have been trying to figure out who this man is because I've never seen his face, but he looks like he's good looking. He looks like he's fine. So anyway, I'm reversing out, and I'm like, I see another person come towards the car but trying to get in the passenger seat. In my head, I was nosy, you know? I was nosy. I was trying to figure out if that was a brother, a friend, a partner. You know, me just being a nosy auntie that I am. I'm reversing back, and I hit the wall.
Oh!
I hit the wall.
Hey!
I hit the wall. Guys, I hit the wall, yeah? And then that passenger that was getting in, I will never forget their face. I'm going to try and do it. They were like...
There's a big... Oh my God, he's going to say it to you. Don't remember the guy going...
Ah! And then I look back and then the Korean uncle.
Phew, sad.
Phew.
Sad.
Hey.
I need you guys, whenever because we've had a conversation on this platform before questioning your driving skills. And I feel like you guys think we're bullying her.
Sahar, for real.
I'm just going to say this is not her first time colliding with walls.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say.
It's all right, Sahar.
You have a reverse camera.
Tell your friends to stop bullying.
You have a
reverse camera. Do you not see the wall?
I was being nosy and trying to figure out who that guy was.
You like things.
You like
things.
You see, sometimes liking things will get you in trouble.
No, and I cried. I cried when I
Oh,
left. Like, I didn't even get out to check. I just drove off because I was so embarrassed. And I have to park next to that guy all the time. Obviously, the main guy wasn't there, so it's fine. But whoever that person is, I'm going to try and avoid them. I know that they get to their car around 7:15, so I'm going to try and,
Avoid.
get to my car before or after
That is so
7:15.
funny. Is your car fine? It wasn't too hectic.
I did, the back of my car is like scratched, and also my brake lights are a little shattered.
Guys, consequences.
Let me tell you, the picture she sent me just shows paint on her little like bumper situation. I don't know your brake lights were damaged.
Yeah, but it's not that visible. It's very small. But the most damage I've done to my car is inside my parking lot. By the way, like everything else,
Sahar.
huh?
Sahar.
It's okay.
It's okay. Rather, it's in the safety of the parking lot.
Yeah, at least you don't have to. You don't put people in danger, and that's the nice thing.
Yeah, I put myself in danger. That's it. And my car. I'm so sorry. You know, she messaged me. She was like, "I'm so grateful you haven't got your dream car yet because
it's good to get the practice."
That's what I'm saying. She needs to get the kinks out. Can you imagine if you got your dream car now? You'd be crying every single time.
No, I told my mum this morning, guys, and then my mum was trying. She was like, she did this. She was like, "It's okay, it's okay." And I was like, "You know what, Mariam? Don't stress me out because when I remember when I was young in Iran and like my mum had to drive me to school and she was like in her 20s, like mid-20s, and she was my age and she was driving me around. I remember she would leave the back door open and drive, and Iranians drive crazy. You're leaving your back door open and you're driving. So never judge me, Mariam, because I will be a great driver soon. Thank you.
One day.
And just
we're holding on until that day.
It's just
we can't help but laugh at you sometimes because it's kind of
I give you guys entertainment. Imagine if I didn't back up my car.
It's for the podcast.
Exactly. You actually creating content.
My clickbait will get us famous one day. So
one day.
Worry.
Thank you so much. And then we'll buy you the dream car, and then you won't bump into anything. By the way, guys, we're in the presence of an overeducated woman. We're in the presence of an actress. We're in the presence of a filmmaker, writer, content creator, traveling it girl. Listen, the accolades are endless. And I think I just wanted to start off a conversation with, you did a lot of studying back at home. Actually, you know what? Let's give people some context to where you are from. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'll dive into my questions.
Okay, I'm shy now.
Don't be shy. She's never shy. If you guys can see behind the scenes how much noise she makes, shy is not your portion.
Okay. I'm a Josie girl, just like my girl here, Pateka. You know, Josie girls are just the finest breed of Southern babes.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, I'm from Johannesburg. I'm a twin. I love my brother down. I have 7 siblings.
Uncle.
Love them all. Big family girl. They're all from PE. My mom's side is from Pretoria. That's just my Parents. I love my parents.
We love them. My parents just ran the New York Marathon, guys.
Yo, guys, my dad's
Champions.
82.
Do you know a champion when you see one?
And
Real
they did
champion.
Chicago and Berlin and New York.
So, Chummy, when you go to watch them, why don't you participate?
No, you see,
Why
I don't
aren't you
have that
also-
gene. You see that running gene.
Okay.
And my family, all runners. I grew up running, but I hung up my running shoes.
Your shoes. You said thank you so much.
Very early in life. Very early. Maybe I'll go back.
Did you stop running before you moved out of South Africa? Or did you stop because you moved?
No. It was very early in my South African life.
You're very.
Like, as soon as it was not obligatory.
You were like, thank you so much.
But I still do run every now and again. My dad always talks about this one time I just decided to do an 8K like 3 years ago. And he reminisces about it all the time.
That one 8K.
That one 8K you did that time. So I think I will be running more often. Like when I go home, like almost every single Christmas morning we do a 5K run.
Yeah.
Every Christmas morning.
We didn't do it last year, but almost every single year morning.
What about the cooking?
Yeah, what about the eating?
What about the cross?
What about the presents?
No, we don't do that. Wake up, run. Then the day can begin.
Like,
How long
one
are
of
you
those
running?
families- you know those memes that are like, before you marry someone, you need to make sure whether they do brunch on Sunday mornings or marathons. This one,
Marathons.
marathon on
I'm talking
Sundays.
about marathons. Even if you're not running, you have to wake up to watch. Which, love
Shout
it.
out to your brother's future wife and stuff
You
like
know?
that. Shout out to her.
Like, my sibling, my older sister married this guy, Mzwai. He wasn't a runner before he came into the family.
And now-
he's a runner. He runs. And he was complaining at the beginning, but now it's lifestyle. He's
We love
accepted.
that.
So yeah, I come from a big family.
We
I
love
did
it.
my undergrad at UCT. Then
Which I also went to.
Yes.
I can't believe, of all the times our paths could have crossed, by the way, we only met in America.
Crazy.
Because she says we're both Josie girls, both went to UCT, and then she did Wits, and I think you were probably at Wits while I was still in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
We moved here literally the same year. Didn't even meet then. We only met like a couple of months after we both moved here.
Literally.
I don't understand how paths never crossed before then.
Like, God had a plan. He was like, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So yeah, like she
So
said,
you did UCT?
UCT, then I did Wits. Then I was supposed to come in 2019, but Corona. And my school was like, it's going to be remote. And I don't understand doing an MFA in acting. And I'm in the country, but I'm in my apartment. Like, it doesn't make sense.
So wait, were you supposed to start your MFA straight after your undergrad? So after UCT?
No, I went to Wits.
Okay.
I did a year at Wits. Then after Wits, I was supposed to go.
Okay.
Straight.
See what I said about super
2020.
educated? Are you counting the degrees? UCT one, thank you so much. Wits another one, thank you so much. Now MFA, thank you so much.
Yeah, Corona happened 2020, and I was like, I'm deferring. Like, defer me. It was a great year at home, though. I started a business with my brother.
Lovely.
Great. I made use of my time.
What was the business?
It was in general supply. Everyone was doing the sanitizer game at that time.
Oh
We were in
yeah.
there. We were
I'm pretty sure we
inside.
still have one at home. I'm sure. Do you guys still have like
Oh,
COVID
we have
remnants
loads.
at home?
Because my mom's a nurse, so she would bring back loads of them from the hospital.
You know those ones that you press on with your foot and then it comes out?
Yes.
You had one of
We
them.
have those. We still have them. Not had. We have them.
No, we had bottles, but we didn't have.
Yo, guys, that was a whole era.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, then I came in 2021 to the US of A. It's straight to Los Angeles because honestly, I think I've traveled. It's the best city to live in America. I stand by that.
New York?
I stand by what I said.
So we're loving life in LA. Why did you choose the US in general? Like when you're like, cool, I want to do acting, I want to do performance, I want this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What made you decide on the US instead of maybe pursuing it at home or elsewhere?
You know, this life plan. I was one of those kids. I made a plan when I was 12 years old of my next 10 to 15 years of life.
Oh my god.
And I've kept a diary, like, for many years. Now I call it a journal because I don't diary every day, but I do journal, like,
Love it.
weekly, at least. And this has been my plan. I'm going to America. So I don't know. I just made the choice when I was 12. I think God was definitely guiding me that I'm going. I don't know what made me choose I'm going to do. And I always said my master's. I never said undergrad or anything. I'm doing my master's. And I'm going to do 4 years of undergrad because I really want to get the South Africa experience before I move my whole life. That's what I said.
Very smart.
And LA really, it was between New York and LA because I got my first school that I got into was in New York. And then I got into others, and the other one that I was thinking about was LA. The New York one was a huge institution. It reminded me a lot of UCT and VITS and stuff like that. And I think what I wanted in America was more of a practical, less like paper academic, and focused on, I'm not really focused on education, but more on the opportunities around. Yes. So then I chose the school that I went to here. And it was in LA. And they actually have their main campuses in New York, but they don't offer the degree that I wanted. They only offer it at the LA campus. So it's like, okay, well, LA, baby, I'm there.
You became an LA girly.
Literally, my dad was happy because the accommodation was cheaper here. And it's not by much.
New York is expensive.
Not by much, but New York.
It's crazy, the little space you get for that rent. Anyways, we could be having houses in Texas for our rent.
Actually...
Let's not compare, guys.
But in Texas.
Yeah.
Do we want to live in Texas is the question.
No, thank you, ma'am.
No.
Okay, well, we love it. So you are now here in LA. You're pursuing your acting career.
Yes.
Was the intention always to do acting in addition to like writing and other aspects of filmmaking, or did you kind of fall into that as you were studying?
I think I was a writer before I started acting. I've always been writing. My mom loves my stories. Even when I was 10, like my whole primary school, I got the award for the most checked out books for the year. That was the loser award.
I think it was a great award.
Okay. But in the school, like it was not a cool... I still got other sports awards and things. It's not the only award. But I'm just saying like, it wasn't, but for me it was. I was like, oh my gosh, like you guys aren't reading? Oh my gosh. I just always loved stories. So I knew I wanted to write and stuff. I only got serious about acting. I had this one teacher, Mr. Duneda, at my school. He completely transformed the way I think about drama. Even Chalice Egling, I think she's now Chalice Rahwale. Amazing. The way they, like, teachers really do have such an impact. Such an impact. So I started taking drama seriously, and then I actually realized I'm good at acting. Like, I don't have to try hard. There's certain things where you just get it. Yeah. You obviously still have to work. Talent that works always beats talent that doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to work, but this is something I'm good at and that I love. When I was at my undergrad and things like that, I really leaned into performance and stuff like that. And then I fell in love, guys. Acting is really so fun. Not just like being into like someone new and telling a story, but just getting the opportunity to invest in a character and just tell a story that can move people. I don't know. I'm just more into acting.
Love it.
But writing...
You love it as well.
Guys, writing it's another love of mine. I don't know. Like, I journal write. I write short stories, poems, scripts. Like, just having a pen to paper.
I love it.
Is a passion, and it's definitely something I want to lean more into. Especially, like, I don't think our parents are given to us for no reason. I think God really gives you your parents intentionally. And my mom has been shouting this writing thing since I was like 6. So I feel like I'm now.
You need to lean more into
it. Yes. Especially, I feel like in this specific season of my life, I need to go more into writing.
We love that. Yeah. We love that. Multidisciplinary, creative.
Very.
You have to be, hey?
No, actually.
No, you can't just be one thing. It's no more like that in this life.
So, speaking about writing and acting, please tell us a little more about some of your projects that you've been on. You've acted, you've written. I know you're going through like a festival circuit right now. Yeah. So tell us a bit more about that.
Okay. Well, one of the amazing top projects that I've ever been in my entire life is called The Missing Middle. And written, produced by Pateka here. Now, I've got the privilege of being the lead actress.
Yes.
What a privilege to, have the responsibility to tell the story. Guys, please check it out. Did you tell them where to find the
Well, we're still on the festival circuit, but we've done a screening in Dallas, we've done a screening in LA, we have a screening in... I don't know if I can say it yet. We have a screening in a city that means a lot to me coming up soon. So once we're done with the festival circuit, hopefully I'll be able to get some sort of like online platform for the films to live in. Like kind of like we were actually speaking about this, like what to do when you're done-ish or like when you come towards the end.
I was literally talking to my director about that because I don't just want to put it on YouTube.
I know.
A proper platform.
I think
Video-
Irma's
video
so...
staff pick.
Behind the lens, under the lens is one of them. What did you say?
Oh, behind her lens. I love her
Yes.
platform.
I feel like there's a platform that she has there.
She does. She used to have, I first actually followed her like back in the day on Twitter because I saw like that behind her lens platform. She's a South African director who also is a film festival curator.
Ooh.
And she has this platform called like Behind Her Lens, and then I found out about the festival thereafter, and her other film screened in that festival, which is really amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But yes, tell us about Lapeng. Speaking
Yes.
of her,
So yeah, that was my acting. I just want to mention
yes,
that.
so she was my
Amazing.
star, and we'll tell you where to watch this in the middle when we can.
Keep
But
in tune, guys. You don't
you
want to miss
can
it.
actually, if you do want to watch another project that I was involved in, you can watch Irma on video.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll put the link to that one. In the
If you don't know
description.
Irma, like get to know.
Yeah, we were
You're
busy.
behind.
We're on this couch, but we're also a little bit busy.
Yes.
You know-
We're not even going to get to Sahar's epic wins.
Yeah.
No.
But guys, stay awake. But
Yes,
Lapeng
Lapeng.
is the love of my life. I
Yes.
started writing Lapeng way before I actually even
Brought it to life.
brought it to life. It usually goes like that. It was just an idea and stuff like that. Usually when I'm writing, I do like just sections of the whole thing, and then I have the whole story, and then I go into the details of maybe I'll write a bit of a scene.
Okay.
Or anyway, so then I brought it to life during my masters for my final project. And then I decided, you know what, I'm not just going to do it as a thesis or whatever. I'm going to take it very seriously. It was supposed to shoot in America, but I just could not find an actress. It was so difficult.
Speak on it.
It was like casting African people is so hard.
In Los Angeles.
This one was crashing out.
I was crashing out. I was fully crashing out trying to cast for The Missing Middle because, guys, I literally only found like her parents for the film a week before we were supposed to be on set. Mind you, I'd been searching for months, like, so I completely
So
understand that
long.
struggle. Like,
And people will say, I know how to do the accent. I know. You don't know.
you can't.
Just be real. Okay? Just be real.
Because yeah, the things we've heard, the imitations of the South African accents that we've heard.
And the thing is, if it's a South African story and the person isn't like, then you just have to change the story. And I didn't want to do that. But I started that process of changing the story. And guys, marinate your relationships, invest in your friendships, especially the ones who are not just there for vibes, but can make room for you in your dreams and
Literally.
like speak about you in spaces that you're not in. My amazing friend Zinkita, guys, I'm sure you already know her. She's a star in South Africa. She connected me to this actress that I'm such a big fan of, Clementine Musimane.
Such a great actress.
She agreed to be in my film, guys. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know, like, she just read my pitch, like, responded to my emails. She was so humble and welcoming, and she just agreed. I moved the whole project.
Love.
And this was like 3 weeks before, booked my flights. I had to get a crew. I don't want to get into the process.
We're going to ask you about it because I'm so curious.
Because how does your school, like, I don't know if you did this whilst you were in school,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we had a really strict situation when we couldn't go back home and film. So I'm like,
No. You could. You just had to pitch a strong enough pitch. Pumi filmed in South Africa.
Yeah. But since her, I don't know anyone who's gone home. Do you know?
But
how
maybe
I don't believe it. I don't believe. After her, I think something happened. They stopped. There was a situation that happened. They stopped everything. Everyone. I had so many people in my year, the year before, the year after. I'm gonna go to Mexico. I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico. Did they go?
Didn't
They had the best producers, put everything together. Vanessa, Tim, all of those people had.
Maybe
No.
maybe they were like, you don't have enough justification because you can find Mexican people in Los Angeles, dude. Like, you don't have to go to Mexico
That's
for
true.
them.
That's
like,
true.
you can find Puerto Ricans in New York. You don't have to go to Puerto
Yeah.
Rico for them.
And I don't know what it is. Like the first thing, I'll speak very shortly of this, but when I was making mine, it was about being in Iran. And then the first thing, what's his name? Our supervisor said to us, you can't go to the Middle East. I was like, I wasn't going to. Thank you so much.
Hectic.
I'm like, don't worry. But that's such an interesting thing that you went back. How was the process of that and deciding it last
Filming an
minute?
essay, yeah.
Yeah, I think, I was friends with my, the head of department. Guys, it is beneficial to be a teacher's pet.
Networking.
Yes, it can help you in life. But also, my school was very encouraging of people to go home.
That's really nice.
It was a lot of international people. If you had the budget, and most importantly, you didn't have visa issues because they wouldn't let you go home if you can't come back. Because we still had months of class after production. We all had different production windows, but for me, we still had like months of class. So I have to be back. But yeah, because they were still within my production window, I mean, it was fun for me to go home as long as I could come back.
Did the school allocate budgets for all your thesis films?
There's no budget.
Ew.
They don't even give you that much time to make a budget. Yo, guys.
So out of pockets.
They'll give you some
Translations
kind of...
will be provided.
Will be, don't worry. So you fine. You did it all out of pocket. So you said I'm flying home.
I did do like funding,
crowd rate,
and stuff like that. Like, yeah, and then I went home.
Did you already know people for like directing, producing?
I had a contact.
Okay.
I had a contact who said, "Listen, come. I have the production team." It was actually a team that I knew about. I knew of in the thingy. We had virtual meetings. I think 3 before I even left.
Okay, nice.
To South Africa. Now they said everything for free.
Oh,
that's what they said. No. Except renting out the equipment, getting insurance.
But their labor was free.
Their labor was free.
Okay.
And they would be fed and everything like that. And I was like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I get to South Africa. I don't know what my contact said to this person, but I think it's our second meet in South Africa, and I'm just confirming everything. It's about a week and a half, or maybe just a week before the shoot. They're like, "Now we want 50,000 rand."
Hey, who said that?
He was gonna be the main
production
director, and I mean cinematographer.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, and his team, so Gaffer, Grips,
all of them.
And I was like, "Why did you say that when we spoke?" And he's like, "No, I said that to you, but that's because I was having other conversations with your contact to agree that they were going to pay me." And then I go to my contact and I'm like, and this is someone close to me. I'm like, "Why would you say that? Blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "No, you're back in South Africa now. You can just ask your parents."
Yay!
And I'm like, I don't think like that. I don't just
what
think
the hell?
my parents can pay for every single thing. And how am I going to go to my parents and ask for 50,000 rand?
Did they not already book this flight that you're flying to South Africa on? Like, please.
Can we get what does 50,000 rands look like?
Oh, I don't know the conversions by head. It's probably like $2,777.
I was like, guys, I'm failing. Because number one, I was doing too much. I should have just done a normal project. And now English. Now I need to do like a whole like I wanted to do a whole thing because I want to take this beyond just for school. And I'm like, why am I even doing so much? I started like speaking down on myself. But thank you that I serve a living God.
Amen.
Jesus. Guys, I contacted everybody. Luckily the people I contacted are also working at talent agencies and things like that, not just acting talents but crew. They have actually newsletter boards and platforms I don't know about. They posted. I had to hire everyone individually now, like all of the positions, but we were able to do it.
Big P producer,
like,
hey? You were big P producer.
Like, this is hectic. Did I even study for this? Like, it was a lot. Thank you that the people who signed on, and not like a lot of them for free. You know what I mean? And it was so last minute because they were even going to come with their equipment. I had to now think about equipment, insurance. Like, the budget just started. My goodness. But it was all necessary. My family started to pitch in. My grandmother was even like, you don't have to pay for location. My aunt was like, I will provide catering. Aww. Guys, it's so nice being around family. Can I just say, being here, no family, and then being at home with family,
huge difference.
Stop. Like, now I was in the pits and there were people there to lift me up. And the project was shot. My sound guy, the pits. Because I was hiring everybody last minute, I didn't know anybody. He was the ghetto. Like, the ghetto for one of the scenes. He didn't record. He didn't come to set with his own batteries.
Oh.
I had to go and get batteries. At that time, I'm trying to learn go over lines with Clementine Mosimane.
Very big, serious actress.
Now I have to go to Spark. Go and get some batteries for you. He didn't even. We had to use camera sound for one of the biggest scenes. It's very clear in the film. I still get so hurt about it. That's what made post-production so long.
Yeah, was just fixing.
Guys,
all of
when
those
sound
errors.
is bad, the whole thing is bad.
The whole thing is
Like,
my very first short film, which you will never see. Don't ever ask me to see it, guys. That was the biggest lesson I learned. Sound.
If everything is good but sound is bad, your whole project's bad.
You've flopped.
So that's a bit about Lapeng.
But it's still getting into festivals and stuff.
And I'm
so
grateful.
clearly you guys did a good job of fixing it.
I'm grateful. Apiwe, Boo Boo was our sound designer. A sound mixer. He really helped. And I had two of my amazing friends from Varsity, Vids, Genesis, and Mangaliso. Amazing. First of all, just dramatically, like acting, talented, but their voices,
they carry,
and the way they go together. We were in a theater project together. I just had to have their voices. And Mangaliso's touring Asia as a musical theater performer. I was like, babe, make some time for your girl and jump on this sound for my film. And they did. They made 2 beautiful songs.
Oh my gosh.
They went into the studio, recorded.
So
those things
love
helped.
was poured into it, man.
So much love, guys.
And did that impact your acting in any sort of way? Like, was it hard to split brains like on the day?
Yeah.
So hard. Now I look back and I'm like, I could have made this choice. But just being around talent like Clementine, I'm not gonna lie, it makes you whip out your best even if you're stressed. You know what I mean? Even if you're stressed. And she not just acted, she added to the story and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, having her support there really grounded my performance.
Wow, we love that.
Clementine, I'm so grateful. But it was hard. Producing, I don't know if I will ever do it again.
It is hard.
It's hard.
But you have to be a certain type of, what's it called?
You have to be a certain type of person to do it. It's Helena, it's horror.
Because sometimes things will come up and
and I'm just like, what? This is not what I thought of.
You must have a lot of capacity for stress. If you produce things, you must have a lot of capacity.
And acting and producing at the same time.
You are on crack for that. I won't lie to you. Shout out to you for creating it. We cannot wait to see Lapeng.
Nice. It's nearing the end of his festival run, so also stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out the online platform.
I'm surprised, by Lapeng's festival run.
I love it for you, though.
Like, it's actually done quite well.
We love it.
I had a question with regards to like some of your favorite moments though, whilst like filming on set, like for different films. Was there a scene specifically in any of the things that you've acted in that you like always remember?
I remember I feel like this was my first proper film. It was a short. First, like, we had a really well-known cinematographer and the director I had worked with before. Guys, make connection. Like, we have worked on so many projects together. And his name is Noel. I hope to continue to work with him. He's from Brazil. So good. And then the cinematographer was Nick Azaro. So talented. And I just felt like this is a real project, I must use everything that I've learned. I was still doing my degree. And then there was this scene where I was just pushed. Like, when you're working with a director who... Not all directors know how to direct actors well. Like, it's a director who... I can see you listened in your directing for actors class. You know what I mean? He was like, you can go further, you can go more. He really asked me questions. And it was a scene where I was telling... it was set back in the day where basically my husband and I are living in this home and they're trying to build a railway. And they want to sell my house. We don't want to sell the house. But it's just after, like, slavery was abolished. So this, even though it's legally abolished, culturally, societally, people are still acting weird. So now I'm telling this white man to get out of my house, basically. Like, you come here, told me you're gonna not even pay us what we're selling the house for, just cents, like, get out. So now he's like, go further, push. And I don't know, it's just the way that he really brought out the best in me. Especially because I was nervous. Like, it was my first big thing. I was like, you know, no, you've because my first project with him was like a year or two before, some small thing. Now this was a completely different situation, and he's gotten bigger himself. And I'm just like, wow. But the way he just pushed me in my performance, I'm like, I can act. You know, I can do exactly what I gotta do when I gotta do it. And just when I watched it back, I was like, wow, I didn't know I had that in me. Wow.
Yeah. I love that. So obviously that was like an American like set that you were on. Have you since seen like a lot of differences between like either the industry or specific projects or crew here versus at home?
I think I'll compare one film, because I did one small film thing, one small TV thing when I was living in Johannesburg. I think just in my experience, maybe it's also because my levels have increased, it's just taken way more seriously, like the industry. Like, maybe it's because I live in LA, very industry heavy city. If I say I'm acting and then people ask me, okay, send me a website, send me a thing. And I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Maybe we can. Oh, I don't know. No one's asking to see my work or trying to network or build very actively. It might be more passively or from a friend of a friend. Here's like, even if I don't know you, send me what you got. Let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that as well. In London, it's very like gatekeeping.
Yes.
Do you feel that as well?
I feel that way. And just in the small experience that I had, it is like people don't really want to talk about growing and moving forward. You're not asking me about my portfolio. I'm not asking
why
you.
Why is it? Like, I always wondered, why is it like that? And I always say that, like, London is like, if you're more real, love is more real when you're friends with someone, when you have a community, it's more real than here. But I always wonder why it's, but maybe that's why, because they don't want to let everyone in.
I was about to say, I think it's because these cities have limited opportunities in a way. You know what I mean? Johannesburg has a lot more limited opportunities than LA. Same thing with London. London, it's getting bigger, and so is Joburg. Like, we're seeing a lot of Netflix productions happening in Joburg and stuff like that. It is getting bigger, but I think where you're in these cities where there's lesser opportunities, maybe you can experience a bit more gatekeeping culture, because everyone doesn't feel like there's enough seats at the table for all of us.
Exactly, because
so they're trying to protect
and
names.
I felt a lot of gatekeeping energy by a lot of minorities as well, like a lot of Muslim women and South Asian and Middle Eastern women that I looked up to and I wanted to be close with and connect with, and I thought we could, but so dry and so gatekeepy, and I was just like, right, why is it like that? And I, like you're saying, maybe it's like, hey, there's not enough room, I'm gonna take that seat, I'm not gonna bring you with me. And it's like, even though we're not saying that, it's like feeling, even if it's icky and you deep it or you don't deep it, I think it's there, and I think that's a shame. And I just hope that that mentality gets pushed away, and that like more opportunities are also created.
Yeah, hopefully, because we've both been gone for like 4 years, 3 years. Hopefully, like with the time that has passed, the industries have gotten bigger. We've got more opportunities in those cities, and that like, were we to work in those cities again, there would be more opportunities and there would be less of this.
Me and you always speak about this, is like, we've spent so much time meeting people here and meeting different crew members, cinematographers, ACs, like PAs, like production designers, set designers, like actresses, actors, like we've met so many people here that it's like we haven't done that back home. So it's like, what would that look like? We would literally
be starting from scratch.
I mean,
it stresses me out when I think about it.
Nervous about that.
It stresses me out so much.
It's like cinematographers,
like, we obviously know.
I don't know anything.
We obviously know like our friends and like people that we are just like in community with. But like when it comes to like crew databases or like that like our industry people,
crazy.
Like I'd be starting.
Do you know what stresses me out more than anything to find from fresh again back home?
Cinematographers.
No,
and editors.
No, first ADs. The way I rely on my first AD as a director.
I feel like a lot of people can first AD in producing spaces. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a similar brain set.
So
a lot of directors also
ADs, I'm really worried about cinematographers, and it's fine.
I'm worried about cinematography. I think, guys,
sound.
Oh, that's trauma. Guys, let me tell you something. I actually was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about like the skill sets that I have. And okay, cool. You can write, you can tell a good story, great. I genuinely think like, and here's the thing about directing. Everyone wants to be a director, guys. Everyone wants to be a director. I don't think you will struggle to find directors in life. I don't think so.
Not everyone
is
can
good at it, but everyone wants to do it. So I don't think finding good cinematographers.
It's insane.
Because they are quite literally directors of photography, guys. They have such an important job to do to tell you a good story. You can get away with, I would say, an okay director if you have an excellent cine. Like, I would argue for film, you can get away with it. But if you have an excellent director and an okay cine, no matter how well you have tried as a director to orchestrate it, if the shots are, if the exposure is what we're seeing on screen is not gonna bang. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's really hard.
Fix it in post.
Yo, guys, something
and that
can't
brings me to
be
finding
fixed
a
in
good
post.
editor, because that's another hard thing.
That's another thing. And editors, I've struggled with editors.
Whoa,
I've really struggled with editors.
whoa.
Yeah.
Finding good editors, but like, yo, guys, we'll make a way. We will make a way.
I feel like I have a good editor. Maybe like one really good one. I had worked with another one. Lapeng was edited multiple times.
Okay, so moving on from film and more into the other side of entertaining and all of that. Talk to us more about your YouTube channel, your lifestyle, fashion, TikTok content on Instagram that you've done. How is that for you? What does that do for you, and what do you enjoy about making it, and how have you felt doing it so far?
To do the acting thing. I also had a business at the time. Like, no, I do think it's a beautiful, creative outlet. I just love content creation, especially if you can make a really good film like the project, or you're teaching something new with makeup. Like, I've always loved consuming content, but like good content, you know, like I can see you put a lot of thought into it. So then I was like, okay, cool, now that the visa game was a lot, okay, but last year things happened in a way that I finally could take a break from only focusing on immigration and visa. It's a lot, guys.
It's taxing.
I actually didn't know what I was getting myself into, but that is another conversation. But end of last year, I was like, whew, my brain can relax.
Yeah.
Now I can focus on other things in my life.
Sorry about that, guys.
So then I was like, okay, I really want to get into content. Let me try. So 2025, told myself I'm going to try things. Even if I'm not sticking to one niche or I'm going back and forth, whatever. I just want to get into the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was cringy starting out, like being seen. I remember one of your podcasts even mentioned it, like having the courage to be seen, allowing yourself to be seen, how being seen has become such a currency, especially in the entertainment industry. So I'm like, okay, cool. I love taking content. I can take content the whole day. I get good shots. I was thinking, you know what I mean? Let me edit. Let me actually invest.
Yeah.
It was exciting at the beginning, fell into a lot of traps of just copying people. I will say being a content creator has heavily increased like the spirit of comparison in my life. Before, I wasn't really, but now that I'm in the content creator, it's like the spirit of comparison
has a choke.
Oh, Jesus. I have to really work on it still.
I deal with that a lot.
I was about to say, I think that there's something about putting yourself out there that brings the spirit of comparison more into you, right? Because you feel more visible and like you're comparing your visibility to someone else's. Because all of the places all the times we discuss this, it has to do with an online platform.
Yeah, because you've made the choice and the risk of putting yourself out there for depends how long or how much energy is taken out of you, and then you see someone else doing better who maybe has just started, or you're kind of doing similar things, and it's like, why is their work doing well? Why is my work doing not well? It's a lot of those things, numbers, views, like all of that gets to you.
Yeah, and it sucks because it's like when I'm editing, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah.
Then when it's up, it's like now I start like, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be like this. So I've had a lot of ups and downs with my consistency because of the comparison thing. Also, content is a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. Having to content plan, making sure that everything is making sense, making sure you're in your niche, creating the content,
You're literally
editing
your
the
own
content,
one-man band, bro.
scheduling the content. It's a lot. Making sure your captions are... So, it's a lot. I need to get an editor. But I really enjoy my YouTube. YouTube is my favorite, and I haven't even posted anything in months. Doesn't mean I haven't been creating content.
That part.
I haven't...
Subscribe to her channel.
You will get content.
You'll be notified when she posts again. Thank
Guys,
you so much.
I think that's in my content creation lifestyle, that's always been my issue. Getting it from the edited thing onto the platform. And I won't say that the spirit of comparison doesn't affect that. Like, I do think subconsciously it's like me, like, not wanting to put myself out there. And also the algorithm changing every time. Like, YouTube, I was getting thousands of views on my shorts. Then the past 2 weeks, it's been 4. Then today, I actually posted yesterday, I'm back to 1,000. They said I researched, the algorithm has changed. I'm just like...
It's exhausting.
I cannot live my life like this, man. I cannot live my life like this. I just need to create and not
Think
care
about
so
it.
much or think so
Yeah.
much. Exactly. So now I'm going back into content creation focus for the next few months because I'm focusing on enjoyment. And
That's go.
great opportunity to focus on content is when you're not focused on like life and work and stuff. You can just enjoy your life and create the content and have the time to. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. I went to Catalina Island for my birthday.
Beautiful.
And then I went to Chicago. All of that content is already done, guys. It just has to be put up. And I'm just excited to finally, brace myself and put myself out there and things like that. And I like how you guys on this podcast do a season and then you're off and then second season. I think that's how I'm going to think about my YouTube too. You know, even if I don't announce it, I know, because I know for the next 3 months it's very content focused. But then maybe for a month or so,
Just take a
few
break,
weeks
dude.
at least, I need a break. That's so key.
We have gotten to know Miss Wano in great detail, and thank you for sharing your story with us and all of our beautiful podcast listeners. We typically end off our show with a bit of a discussion on what we have been watching this week. Have you been watching anything cool this week?
Yes, I've been watching Bad Influence on Netflix.
Oh my gosh, I need to start it. Is it good? Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
It's
the show
got
I
one of
wanted
my
to start when
favorite-
our TV colors were doing funny things.
I fixed another one.
Is this writer Nosipa Dumois? I actually met her. We went to the same church and everything
beautiful.
in Cape Town. She was also the writer of
Blood and Water?
Blood and Water.
Oh.
Love her down, love her work. Will always consume her work as soon as it's out. And it's just been nice seeing,
it.
you know, a different story. I'm not done with the show.
I've been seeing a lot of good reviews of it. Though. I've been
Yes,
seeing a lot
me
of good
too.
reviews.
It's very fun. Yeah.
Have you been watching anything cool, darling?
Yes, I think last week I watched a film called The President's Cake. It's an Iraqi film that's come out. I think it's someone, I forgot their name. I'll put the information here. Our editor will, hopefully. And it's by someone I think who was a part of the Sundance Lab. I'm not sure. But they got their script made, and it's a feature film, and it's so beautiful, and it talks about a little girl who lives in like a really like, who was living under like Saddam Hussein's like, what'd you say? regime and how everything was so crazy back then, and where she lived was kind of rural, and she had to like get her boat to go into the city just to get the ingredients to make a cake. And back then and still now, unfortunately, a lot of things economy wise are really expensive, so even getting sugar and eggs and everything was a lot for her. So you just with this girl as she's trying to make this cake in such a really like tough situation that she's living in, it's really beautiful. It reminds me of a lot of Kiarostami's films, who kind of like, you stay with kids usually sometimes when he makes his films, and how that kid goes from A to B to C. Also, I said Kiarostami's name so strangely. It's because how the Western people say it. But anyway, President's Cake, an Iraqi film made by an amazing Middle Eastern filmmaker. Check it out. Go watch it. I really enjoyed it.
Lovely. Is it out? Like, can people go watch it?
I watched it at the AMC with the BAFTAs again, so I don't know if it's just in the AMC.
They plan to do like screenings?
I think I'll put the information in here. I'll look it up. But it's
Sounds
feature film.
beautiful.
It got into Cannes, so yeah.
Wow.
Sounds beautiful.
I loved it because it felt really familiar to my mum's culture and heritage, where she grew up in Iran. Because Iraq, where my mum grew up and where she was born, it was between the border of Iraq and Iran. So there's a lot of influence and similarity there. Like even her grandmother was called Bibi, and that's what my great grandmother was called, Bibi. So it was really cute.
We love it. We love it.
What about you, darling? What have you been watching?
I've been watching Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, your favorites.
I don't know if you
One
watched
of
the
your
show. Reasonable Doubt is a series that is on Hulu. It is a Simpson Street production, if I'm not mistaken. And she's this badass lawyer, and she's married to this man named Lewis. They have kids, and she's a criminal defense attorney, and she's at this law firm, and she's just a badass. And this is now their 3rd season, and every season there's like one main like case that she's fighting for that like drives the narrative forward. And this season it's Ozzy's case, which is he's this young black boy who grew up and he's now an adult, he's now a black man, and he was an actor, and he was like a famous actor in like the show. And he's on trial because they think they're accusing him of murdering his girlfriend, and Jax is defending him. But there's just a lot that is coming out of that. And Cordell, Serena's Cordell. He made a guest appearance in this week's episode. So I've been enjoying Reasonable Doubt. If you guys want to check it out, it's on Hulu. But that brings us to the end of another beautiful episode. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We are honored that you dedicated some time of your day to coming out to us. And yeah, we will leave all of her socials and all of her information where you can find her. And please go check her out on her platforms. Remember to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave us a cute little comment. If you're listening to us on Spotify, follow the show so you'll know when we drop episodes again.
And rate us.
Rate us 5-star only. Thank you so much. But other than that, we'll see you in the next one.
Yes. Bye.